This is an exciting day in St. Paul, is it not?
Yes.
Yes. I want to welcome everyone here today to this exciting event marking a very special day for this community. And before we get underway, I just want to be sure to remind you to stick around after this brief program because we'll have refreshments and tours of the facility for you to take part in. And we're going to do a ribbon cutting. And after that, please come inside the facility and see it for yourself because it's been really prepared nicely for the public and the kids, and we're very excited to share that with you. So I'm personally excited. My name is Gwen Peterson. I'm the recreation manager for St. Paul Parks and Rec, and I'm personally excited about this event today and this opportunity to partner with the other entities that serve our communities, like the state, the St. Paul Public School District, Ramsey County, and I see a lot of those representatives out here today, and that is a very powerful partnership to make this happen. So I just want to briefly recognize them, and I want to take an opportunity to recognize the park staff that will be staffing this facility so that you as community members will know who they are. So I'm going to call their names and ask them to wave their hands so you can see who will be working with the children in the community in this facility. Our community rec specialist who will be responsible for this facility is Guled Hassan. And his staff will be community rec leaders Abdul Ali Khalif. Where is he? Over here. And Sue Zhang, if she is here. Sue, right back there. And your recreation director, who you can feel free to reach out to if you have any programming ideas that you want specifically for this community, that would be Bonnie Stokes. Bonnie? And the Parks and Rec program area supervisor that's responsible for not only this facility but the surrounding rec centers in this facility is Trenton Henspeter. Trenton? So now you see all the faces, and if there's anything that we can do to help make this even more exciting place for you, your children, the community, please reach out to us. And so please join me. I have the honor that I've only had twice. This is twice. I've had the honor of introducing our incredible mayor, your mayor, our mayor, the best mayor in the United States, right? Our mayor of St. Paul, Mayor Melvin Carter III.
Good afternoon. Welcome to your rec center. This excites me to no end. You know, a few years ago, we were walking around the city, literally walking around the city, talking about what it meant. This promise that we put out there, this bold kind of notion that we're going to really be a city that works for all of us. And we were walking around this city having this conversation, and every now and then we'd get somewhere and we'd talk to somebody and they'd say, but wait a minute, look at this. Here's something that's not working for us. Here's something that could work a little bit better for us. And every time we got to this part of town, we'd meet somebody. Sometimes it'd be Reverend Miller, or sometimes it'd be Amin Omar. Or sometimes it'd be Councilmember Prince. Or sometimes it'd be some neighbor who lives in the housing right here. Or some teacher in the school here who would say, wait a minute, if we're going to have a city that works for all of us, we ought to all have a rec center. And that makes good sense to me. You know, I grew up, That makes good sense to me. If you've ever heard me talk, you probably already know that I grew up in a rec center. I grew up in the Martin Luther King Center, running track. We'd spend 50 cents and rent roller skates on Friday and just roller skate in circles around the gym. We'd go there for tennis lessons, and we'd go there for after-school programs with Mildred Brunson, who was there for, 40 years or something like that, running after-school programs for kids. The rec center is a part of my life, and I wouldn't be who I am without the rec center. And let me say more specifically, without the incredible rec leaders who work in those spaces. Yes. without the parents and community volunteers who just stood forward to just say, we want to work with kids in our neighborhood. Clap for them too, please. And you know a rec center ain't a rec center without our young people, without our students and our children making that space alive. And so there's few things that I've gotten a chance to do as mayor that excite me more than this. The opportunity to say to all of the families that live in this area, you have a rec center. This is your rec center. That we're going to have facilities here, and we're going to have staff here, and we're going to have programming here, and after school, and during spring break, and before school, and when on no school days, and on the weekends, that we want you in this space because this is your space. It's exciting. It's exciting. I want to say thank you to our team. And it's problematic when you start calling out your team because our team is so big, and that's a great problem to have, that it's hard to call out everybody. But we have some elected officials in this space with us who have worked with us to help make sure that this is possible. I absolutely have to give a shout out to Councilmember Prince. It's great to see you here. Our school board members, Jeannie Foster, it's great to see you. John Schumacher, it's great to see you. Representative Sean, good to see you here. Thank you for your work and leadership. We're working together at the Capitol. Commissioner McDonough, it's great to see you here as well. And certainly Senator Fong-Her, it's good to see you here as well. I joke sometimes that the key to this work is knowing who to obey. And all of these people, every chance they get, every time I see them, they go, we gotta reopen this rec center. And so we're obeying the voice of community, we're obeying the voice of our partners, and we're obeying the voice of our young people. So that's important to us. One more partner that I'm excited to have in this work that I've gotten a chance to know, some days more, we talk more than we'd like to on some winter days, is our superintendent. We have an incredible superintendent in St. Paul who has the best interests of our children in mind every single day, and who has the best interests of all of our neighborhoods and every single corner of our city in his heart. It's been incredible to get to know him, to get to work with him, to get to stand next to him, although he's a little bit taller than me. I know you probably can't tell. But without further ado, I want to hand this off to a partner who's going to help us make this space what it has to be, because obviously it's a partnership between the city and our schools and a whole neighborhood. And so without further ado, I want to say thank you and welcome to our superintendent, Joe Gothard.
Thank you so much, Mayor Carter, and thank you, all of you. I mean, seeing this group and gathering here today says exactly why this is so incredibly important. Thank you so much to our Board of Education who are here today. Their support for us to truly serve each child, each student, one community, and create endless opportunities is what our work is. It's what's guiding us for our future. The city of St. Paul, when we heard Mayor Carter give his budget speech, saying that he was going to allocate resources for this center, I kind of looked at myself and looked side to side and said, this is really going to happen. It really is. So Mayor Carter, the City Council, all of you who care so much, this is one of the first issues I learned about taking on my tenure as your superintendent. Mr. Omar behind me made me know very clearly why it was so important to have a home base right here. And you know what, like the mayor, like our mayor, I grew up in our rec centers in my home community and later served in those same rec centers as well. It is incredibly meaningful to me. The people, the volunteers who I met, who nurtured me at times when I really needed it, it tells me that our kids are worth every opportunity we have to help spark their interest, to help them define their passion, and to help them seek as many opportunities as possible to be great in whatever it is that they want to do. This is an incredible day for us. I'd also like to thank our principal at Highwood Hills, Dr. Fatima Lawson. Dr. Lawson, thank you. We talk about partnerships all the time, but we have to understand when it's involving our children, we have to truly work together to make sure whether we're coordinating schedules or coordinating activities, that we're communicating. And I know that Dr. Lawson and her staff will not let you down, Highwood Hills community. This is a great day, and thank you all again for being here. Thank you. One of the true driving forces in this partnership was Councilmember Jane Prince, and I would like to introduce her at this time. Councilmember Prince.
Thanks, everyone. You know, I want to thank the people of this community who kept hope alive for 10 years. And the lesson that we all learned was never, ever, ever take no for an answer. So I want to particularly call out, there are two groups that were just completely pushing us for these 10 years, the East African Link. And I want to just recognize the people who are part of that. I don't know if Sophia Dimble is here today, but Sophia, Abdi Barkad, Ahmed Hersey, Sue Mitchell, and Lynn Mitchell. I know I saw you guys. And the leader of the East African Link, Saeed Ali, who couldn't be with us today. But they pushed and pushed, and they worked with the Horn of Africa group when Amin came along. And the Horn of Africa group is Yasmin Meridi, Derek Pasley, Abdiwali Khalif, Mohammed Hadi, I see you guys there, and Amin Omar. Part of that push was last year they said, okay, so you're not going to open the rec center, but how about we try just a little pilot project over Ramadan? So the school district and the Parks Department got together and figured out how to make our bureaucracies work together. And we did this project during Ramadan where the kids had a place to go every night until midnight from Wednesday to Sunday. But it was fabulous. And I believe that that's how we knew that it was going to work. So the biggest thank you of all goes to Mayor Carter and Superintendent Gothard, because truly, that was the ingredient. Those were the two ingredients that changed and made this happen. So finally, I just want to say it's kind of funny to me that we're here on April Fool's Day because we know this is not April Fool's. That's right. It's really going to happen. And the remaining thing that people really want us to get done here, and I'm saying this to all my fellow elected officials, the next thing we got to do is get that bus shelter replaced up on Winthrop and London Lane. Thank you. So now I will introduce Amin Omar from Horn of Africa, USA. And speaking of somebody who never takes no for an answer, he calls on a Monday and says, Jane, how about we do a big community meal on Thursday? So here he is.
To begin with, I would like to say, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May peace be upon you. This wouldn't happen without all of us coming together. So the support of all of us. Thank you so much for Carter, Joe, and everybody else, and Jane. Thank you so much for supporting this need. It was 10 years coming. My heart is palpitating. I'm just saying it. The excitement. I would like to call in Sue Mitchell. Yasmin. Yes, come on in. This is the group that worked on this. Since Sophia is not here. Abdullahi, Muhammad Hadi, Derek Paisley, Sophia. Sophia is here. Come on, Sophia. Who's here? And Derek.
Lynn.
And Lynn. Lynn Mitchell.
Oh, she's over there.
Come
Come on, Lynn.
Come on, Lynn.
Come on, Lynn.
Come on, Lynn. Well, without having these awesome people behind, the push, this wouldn't happen. So every day and night we think about our future, which is our kids. That's right. We stand together for that reason. So for the future, come again. Let's go ahead and move forward and support our communities. Thank you so much.
All right, he's gonna lead us in a count. Can you guys lead us in a count? 1, 2, 3. We're gonna count slow. Ready? You wanna help us? Come on, put your hands on it. Put your hands on the bottom too. Hands on the bottom. Here we go. We're gonna say 1, 2, 3 really loud. You gotta lead us really loud. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, go.